What up, Kane fans? So let's talk about Darian Mensah. A lot's been going around. We had obviously Louis Riddick talking about he should be in the Heisman category next season with obviously this move. There's so much going on with Darian Mensah and it's been getting a lot of headlines. But let's go ahead and talk about what he said about these two. So Mensah basically said he plans to mix both Cam Ward and Carson Beck's play styles in Miami's 2026 offense. We talked about watching Cam that year and how explosive he was and the control he had in the offense. Watching Beck this year, he was more of a control the running game. I gotta type that better. Going back to his time at Georgia, we're going to mix the two because I have been in both styles of offense. And he's not lying. Being at Tulane, obviously mixing the run. And you go look at Duke, throwing the ball a lot, but also mixing with Nate Shepard. So I love that he's looking at both of their games and he's not like, oh, I'm better than both of them, right? I love that he's like, okay, how can I learn from both of them? How can I incorporate both of their games into mine? And that's what's going to make this so powerful. And I'm telling y'all, like, this is going to be probably the top quarterback they've had since Cam Ward. Cam Ward was #1 overall pick. And you look at the track record, which we'll talk about here in a second, which is why he chose Miami. They're building quite a track record down there in Miami of quarterbacks that are going to go off to the league. So I think just that mindset of wanting to learn from both, wanting to incorporate both of them in his game, that's only going to make him better. With what they're bringing back, we talked about it before with Mark Fletcher, Shamar Brown, right, Malachi Tony, bringing in Cooper Barkate, and then you have guys like Vendris Jacobs, Samarian Wingo, Dalen Upshaw. This is going to be a very talented team, and it's a very scary offense definitely next year. But his key and why he transferred to Miami is very intriguing. He says, I want to make the NFL. I want to be the first-round draft pick. All signs point towards it. Now, Pete Nakos reported this. Go check out his article on On3. I thought he did a good job of telling this story. But essentially, what he's looking at is a track record, as we just talked about, right? You look at, Carson Beck. He's going to get drafted into the league, whether you like him or you don't. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a draft pick in the NFL draft this year. I don't know if that's first round, second round, third round, fourth round, but he will get picked up. Then you look at the #1 overall pick in obviously Cam Ward. Now, he hasn't had that success just yet, but I think they have a good man in the spot, and obviously Robert Saleh, who should be able to help him out a lot. But you look at what he did with Miami, right? He had them on the brink of getting to a college football playoff. Last year, Beck gets some boys all the way to a national championship game. Nobody thought Miami was going to go that far. A lot of people didn't think Miami was supposed to be in. So I think he's 100% right. And as of late, Miami is showing that they have a track record of getting you to the league. The last two quarterbacks have. And Mensah is looking like, oh, okay, I could be the third. No disrespect to Duke. Duke's gotten guys into the league, obviously, as well. You look at Daniel Jones, but after him, who else has gotten into the league besides him? So it's a situation you have to do what's best for you. Obviously, it's temperament involved. Y'all know my stance on that. Y'all know, obviously, I'm not for that. I think they need to change that up, But I'm not going to sit here and be like, as a Canes fan, to be like, nah, bro, I'm not going to be a Canes fan no more because we got Mensah and we tamper. Like, nah, I'm actually excited to watch him play. I seen him play last year. And like I said, we talked about his numbers, talked about what he was able to do. And he has a great track record, man. So he's not a kid to me that feels like he's like over egotistical. He's not a kid that feels like he's all into himself. He just was looking for the best opportunity, and he felt Miami presented that and could be that for his future and for his family. So I think he made a great decision, and I'm super excited to have him, man. I mean, you look at what was available on the market, what was out there. This was the very best pickup for us. If we couldn't get Sam Leavitt or some of those quarterbacks that already had committed early in the portal. This is an outstanding pickup, man. So I'm excited to watch him, and I think he made a great decision.